fam, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday, February 26th, and I am very excited for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, today is the first day back after a week-long break. We had all of President's Week off, and it was amazing. To be honest, I didn't really do anything except for relax, and it was so needed. It was awesome. But today's our first day back, and I feel like I haven't seen my kids in 6 years. I know they're gonna be like 12 inches taller and it's gonna be insane, but I really miss my kids, so I get to see them today, which is gonna be so much fun. What else am I really excited about? Today we're starting fractions. And I've mentioned before that as a first year teacher, I always kind of just follow the curriculum because I don't know what I'm doing. But for this unit, I actually purchased one of Amy Lemon's and Hope King's math units. This one obviously on fractions. And it's like no worksheets, all hands-on. And I'm so excited to start this unit. If you guys don't know who they are like insane on Teachers Pay Teachers. Hope and her husband are the ones that wrote the wildcard book, and they're just all about engagement, and I'm so excited because fractions is such a hands-on concept, and I'm really excited to get that started today. Also, I purchased one of their narrative writing units. Writing is something I really struggle with as far as teaching because there isn't any curriculum for it, and so I just kind of pull things wherever I can. And we haven't done a ton of narrative writing, so we're gonna practice that starting today and probably the next 3 or 4 weeks, so that'll be really fun. So yeah, I just got to my classroom. It is 7:30 on the dot. It's a little bit earlier than normal. On Mondays, my kids go to PE first thing in the morning, which is amazing, so I have my 40-minute playing time right when the bell rings. So the kids don't come in until 9:20, so I have 2 hours pretty much right now to get everything prepped and planned, and I didn't come into my classroom not even one day over break. So I feel like I have a lot to get done this morning. I need to print and prep everything for our first day of fractions today, our narrative writing unit. I need to honestly figure out what I'm doing for my like 30-minute reading block this morning. I honestly might just do a read aloud because it's our first day back and just kind of go over procedures and things like that. I need to prep our work on writing for our centers. I need to prep in our IB unit right now. We're getting started. They're going to do capital research, and they're going to kind of create a brochure for their capital, and they're going to create different government officials and things like that, so that'll be really interesting. And I think that's pretty much it. So I have a lot to get done this morning, so I'm going to put you guys down. Oh, I also have to prep our homework packets. Luckily, I do have a full-time aide, so if I just print things out and like tell her how many things need copied and what to put together and stuff, she's awesome and can help me out with that. So yeah, I need to get to work. So I'm gonna put you guys down and I'll show you the things that I'm doing, and then I'll explain to you how our day's gonna go and all that jazz. So if you wanna see how this first Monday back after break goes, then go ahead and keep on watching. One thing I do wanna say really quick that I'm not super excited about is that it's raining, which means indoor recess on the first day back, which kind of stinks because I didn't prep and plan a lot of things, but I shouldn't be complaining because some of you out there have that like every single day. But it's just not ideal. I lied, I want to say one more thing before I get started. I suck at drinking water. Like, I don't drink it ever because the water at my school tastes like metal, and I don't drink from the drinking fountain or like fill up any cups from the sink because it just grosses me out. So if you guys follow Michelle from Pocketful of Primary on YouTube, which I'm sure you do, and if you don't, what are you doing with your life? But she's doing like a training series right now, and she mentioned this, and it's I think a 2-liter water jug, and it just has like a little pop top, and I got it over break, and I've been filling it up every day, and I literally drink 1.5 every day. Just having it next to me and having it easy, and like I can fill it up at home and leave it in the fridge so it's cold and I know it's good, and it's literally only been a week, but it's changed my life. So Michelle, if you're watching this, you are a lifesaver. And if you have a problem drinking water, I will link her affiliate link for this down below. It's amazing. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so I just finished prepping and printing everything, excuse me, for the day. So let me show you what our schedule looks like today. So, like I said earlier, the kids go to PE first thing in the morning. Obviously need to change the date. And then we're gonna do our morning meeting. And then we are gonna just do a short read aloud and a little bit of procedure talk. This is only a 30-minute block. They're gonna go to recess. We're gonna do our ELA centers. We're gonna make them a little bit shorter because I wanna leave enough time to finish the math, and I'll show you what we're gonna do for that. Then they're gonna go to lunch. We are still reading Wonder. And then we're gonna start our narrative writing unit, and I'll show you what we're doing for that. And then for IB, like I said, they're just gonna research some capitals today and see what capital they wanna research and who they wanna work with. We're gonna do our workshop, which I've talked to you about before. Monday folders, clean up, go home. So it's gonna go pretty quick today. And then for our read aloud this morning, since I am introducing narrative writing, we are going to read, where is it? I have two that were recommended by Amy Lemons and Hope King in the unit that I purchased, and that is When I Was Young in the Mountains and Owl Moon. And then I just realized because it's raining, we don't have morning walk, so the kids are gonna have to come in the classroom. So I might have to finish telling you about what we're doing today in just a little bit. So yeah, for just that reading block, we're gonna read a short story. We're gonna talk about, look how the author really just took one moment and made 27 pages out of it. And then I wanna show you everything that I prepped and printed for our math and our writing block today, because I'm really excited. I'm so excited to do this. Okay, I'm gonna start with the math. So I purchased their fractions unit, and I'll link all the stuff down below. So this is just kind of the layout for each day. They have the lesson plan. So the mini lesson, the activity, and then interactive notebooks, which I don't have interactive notebooks. So I'm gonna do this as like an additional activity, kind of like an exit ticket, if you will. So basically we're just introducing fractions, and all these are just posters that I'm gonna have up on the board. And we're gonna talk all about what are fractions, what does it mean, equal parts. So these are just all the posters that came with the unit. And then these are gonna get cut out and go into a pocket chart. So we're gonna have halves, thirds, fourths, sixths, eighths, and then these are gonna get cut out, and I'm gonna pass these out to partners, and then they're gonna come up and put them in the pocket chart under which one they belong in. So there's several pages of that. I'm gonna get those cut out. And then this is the activity that they're gonna be doing. They get a paper clip and a spinner as a spinner. So they're gonna spin, and whatever it lands on, they're gonna cover it with a counter. And then this is the interactive notebook, but I'm gonna just use that as like activity. I'm gonna put it on construction paper. They're basically gonna cut these. These are gonna be flaps, and then under each fraction, they're gonna be able to put the correct name of the fraction underneath. So I got a phone call at 8:30 that said, oh, where are you? Our IEP meeting is starting. Never got an email, never got a phone call. Didn't know I had an IEP meeting. So that 40-minute planning block just kind of went out the window. Luckily, I got here early because I feel like stuff like this always happens to me on Mondays. So I still got stuff done. The kids are gonna be back in a minute. And I don't think recess is gonna be outside, so I don't think I'll be able to check back in with you guys until lunch, but I'll make sure to finish showing you what we're gonna do for writing, and I'll let you know how the math went. Wow, okay, it has been a whirlwind of a morning. So I had that surprise IEP meeting. The kids are outside for recess, which is awesome. So I can tell you guys what we're gonna be doing for the rest of the day. So, I showed you what they're gonna be doing for math, and then for the writing, it's a narrative about a time that they got hurt. So today it's just a lot of brainstorming. So I'll show you what that looks like. So first we're gonna create an anchor chart, and the title is gonna say ouch, and then these are all different band-aids. And as a class, we're gonna brainstorm different ideas of when they got hurt. So I printed these on different colored paper. And then each kid is gonna get these little clipboards, and it says diagnosing my ouch moment, and they're gonna think of 4 times they got hurt and draw just like a little picture of each. And that's all we're gonna do for this today. And I just realized when the kids come back in from recess, we have our ELA block, our centers, and I didn't make spelling words for the week. So I'm gonna do that right now, and then I will check back in with you guys at lunch, and I'll let you know how the math went. I'm so excited to teach it. What'd you land on?
Oh, 3 and 8.
3/8? Did you find any?
Yeah.
Oh, right there?
Right there.
Cool.
That's the only one.
Give it a spin.
It's Fallon's turn.
Oh, Fallon, give it a spin.
Me. 4, 6.
4, 6.
I already know that one.
There you go. Okay, the kids just left for lunch, and we almost finished everything for math. They're still working on their interactive notebook part, which I'll show you in a second, but overall it went really, really well. They were kind of rowdy and kind of crazy. There was a lot of talking going on, but it was pretty meaningful as far as their learning goes and the talking, so I didn't really mind. They seemed to get it really well. So I'll show you what we did. First, we just talked about what fractions are, equal parts. And I showed these posters. So thirds, fourths, eighths, halves, sixths. And we talked about when you write a fraction, it's the shaded part, blah, blah. And so we talked about that for like 10, 15 minutes. And then I had them get out their whiteboards and I drew a fraction picture. And then they wrote the fraction on their whiteboards. And then we did the picture sort in groups. So just like their elbow partner, I gave them at least 2, sometimes 3 of these fraction picture cards. And then they had to come sort them either into halves, thirds, fourths, sixths, and eighths. You can't see. And that was just a really quick assessment for me to realize, okay, are they understanding just naming basic fraction parts? And they got it like hands down. So that was really fun. And then they played the spin and cover game, which was this. They just spun a paper clip, and if they landed on 1/6, they found all of the ones that were 1/6 and they covered it. And whoever covered the most, quote unquote, won. And they really liked that. And it was just another way for them to talk with each other about naming fractions. And then when they come back, they're gonna finish doing the interactive kind of like flip. I don't even know what to call it. I'll show you what it is. So I'm just gonna have them do it on construction paper because they don't have interactive math notebooks. So basically they just cut all this out before lunch. It says I can match fractions with their names. So here we have like 1/3, and they're gonna find the piece that says 1/3. I think it's, right in front of me. And then they're gonna flip it up and glue it under here. So then I can check if they're understanding, and then when they are, I can give it back to them as a reference tool as we go about fractions. So overall, it went really well. I'm really proud of them, and compared to what the curriculum had for like presenting fractions, this was so much more successful, so much more engaging, and I'm so happy that I purchased that unit because it's just already 10 times better. So that's been really fun to see. So then when they come back, we're gonna do a read aloud, and then right now I need to create my anchor chart for our writing, and then I'll show you what that's gonna look like. And then we're just doing the brainstorming today, like I said, and then we're gonna move into our IB unit workshop, and then we're done. So I need to put you guys down. I haven't printed any of the stuff for the homework packets. My aide's gonna put those together, so I need to do that, and I need to create my anchor chart. So I'm gonna put you guys down, and I gotta get to work. I already ate lunch during recess, pretty typical. I forgot to eat breakfast this morning. Forgot. It's Monday after break. I was tired and I wanted to sleep it. So yeah, I need to get some stuff done. I will TTYL. Okay, so this is our anchor chart for our narrative writing that we're gonna start. We're just gonna be brainstorming. So these letters, I just cut them out. They came with the unit that I bought, which is really cool. And then also this template came, these are little Band-Aids, and I just copied them on colored paper. And as we brainstorm ideas, we're just gonna glue them on our chart. So this is gonna be our brainstorming chart. And then that's all they're gonna do today. And then the clipboard activity that I showed you earlier. It is the end of the day, and this is my reality. Hot mess. I just opened that. It's true. It was a crazy afternoon, but we got a lot done. Okay, so after lunch, we didn't even really get to our read aloud because time was flying. We had to finish our math instead. So they finished their little flip. I don't even know what you call these things. But if you flip it up, it tells you what fraction is shown. So that, they had a lot of fun with that. It's really cool because it was really easy for me to just flip through and see who had just a couple misconceptions, and I was able to just do a quick intervention and nip that in the bud since it's the first day, which is awesome. And then we came back in and we made this anchor chart for our narrative writing, so I'll show you that. So it was really cute. Basically, we talked about different times we got hurt. This is me. True story. Long story. So they just talked about different times they got hurt. We just did that whole group. Only took about 5-10 minutes. And then they went back to their seats and they thought of 3 other times that they had been hurt. And they made their little brainstorming sheet. So when we go tomorrow to go a little bit deeper into one of those things, they'll have a good list of ideas. So they won't be able to say, I don't know what to write about. And so that was actually really, really fun. And then I gave them all Chromebooks and they started to research a city. state capitol that they're gonna be making a brochure on with their partner, and that goes along with our how we organize ourselves IB unit, which we focus on like kind of rules and laws in government. So they're gonna choose a city and they're gonna create their own laws for that city, like 7 I think we decided on. Tell us why those laws are important, and then draw some pictures on the brochure to make people wanna visit their city. So that was really fun. And then we just did a quick workshop, and that's when I was able to pull those, I think I only had like 5 kids who had some fraction discrepancies, so I just talked with them, and then the day ended. So they were a little bit crazy. It was the first day back, but I was so excited to see them that I didn't even want to really be like too like at them. I have really high expectations for my kids, and they know that. So all I really have to do is just sit and be quiet, and they go, "Heads down, quiet, coyote!" And they like freak out and know that I'm not happy. And so so there was a lot of that today, but other than that, it was a really good day. There are a lot of things that I need to do before I leave, like clean up this hot mess express, and then I want to get the math and writing prepped for tomorrow. That way I can just show up tomorrow and get to teach. So I'm gonna put you guys down to get some work done. Okay, so for tomorrow's math lesson, in the curriculum that I downloaded, or in the unit that I downloaded, it requires an anchor chart because it's all about differentiating between numerator and denominator, and then actually being able to write fractions. So I'm gonna get some cutting done for that, and then I'll put it all together and show you what it looks like. I just realized all these lines that I'm cutting are straight, so there's no reason that I shouldn't be using my paper cutter. This thing's amazing. If you guys don't have one, go get one. I think I got it at Walmart for like $6. So now that I have all the pieces cut out, I'm going to move to the floor and put it all together. This is a little bit different for me. Like you guys know, I usually post it up on the projector and then trace it, but since they already did all that work for me and all I had to do was cut it out and then like paste it on, I'm game, I'm game. So this is the final product for the anchor chart. I'm gonna fill in these spots with something because it's driving me nuts, but it's way easier than copying it or tracing it from the whiteboard, so I actually like the way it turned out. So that's for tomorrow's lesson. And then I kind of just hit a wall. I have everything copied and ready to go for tomorrow. I'm ready to get out of here. It's 4:15. I have to go meet with our one of my friends who is my day of coordinator for the wedding. We're gonna think of a timeline and everything, so I have to go do that, and I am slowly fading. So I'm gonna take off. Thank you guys again for joining me in another day of my life. I really apologize for the appearance today. It's the Monday back from break, so what can I say? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel, and I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe. That way you don't miss any future videos, and if you hit that little bell, you really won't miss any future videos because you'll get a little thing on your phone that tells you I posted. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.